Hello, family. In our last episode of Chinyere's Etiquette Chronicles, we talked about reasons why a high value woman shouldn't chase a man, and then we said so many things about feminine energy and also masculine energy. We said that the females are supposed to be the one being chased, not them chasing after a man. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the feminine ways to keep a man's interest. Finally met a man, and then you guys are already in a relationship and want to talk about the things to do, what you're supposed to do to keep his interest. If today is the first time of coming across this channel, this is the face behind this channel. My name is Chinyere, and welcome to Chinyere's Etiquette Chronicles. If you're here to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button below so that you'll be getting notified whenever a new video is dropped. If you're a returning viewer, I hope you like this video too. And if you end up liking it, please leave a like and share your thoughts with me in the comment section. One of the feminine ways of keeping a man's interest is giving problems to solve. Now, as I explained in our previous video, I said we females, we have feminine energy and also masculine energy, but our masculine energy is not supposed to show up in our relationship with our partner. Yes, men love to impress the woman they are attracted to. If a man is attracted to any woman, he loves to impress her, loves to show her that yes, I'm capable of doing this, I'm capable of doing that. And now this is them showing off their masculine energy. In giving him your problems to solve, I am not talking about you taking all your problems, your financial problems or financial difficulty or your family problem to him and putting it on his head and allowing him to solve it. No. He's here to support you, he's here to assist you when you need it, not necessarily taking all your problems to him and weighing him down in the process. That is going to, in the long run, it's going to make him withdraw a bit. Now, in giving him your problem to solve, maybe you need help fixing something, how to arrange your shelf or how to fix something up, and you can call a professional in the future to fix that. But you calling him and telling him, please, I need help fixing this, how do I do it? And then he explains it to you, or he won't come down and fix it for you. It will definitely make him feel masculine. Now, I'm not saying you should intentionally spoil something and then call him to come and fix it for you. No, I'm talking about maybe you need help fixing something you're not equipped to do, and then you place a call across to him, or you text him and say, how do I do this or how do I do that? Like bringing him into your daily activities, involving him. He feels welcomed and he feels like, yes, I'm a part of this person's life. So when you give him problems to solve, of course you have to compliment him. Thank you for doing this, wow. So always try to involve him in your activities, your daily activities, and give him problems to solve. And I'm still emphasizing, please, not financial problems. And in teaching something to this one, always remember that he's attracted to your heart and not your accolades. You may praise him, my man is this, that, wow, thank you, like praising him and saying sweet words and all. No, he's more attracted to your heart and not the accolades you're giving. If your heart is reflecting what you're saying, it will definitely sustain his interest. Another point you should consider is do not mother him. You are his partner and not his mother. His mom is prone to ordering him around, do this, do that, kind of to boss him around, but you are his partner and not his mother. So even if you have to correct him on a particular topic or on a particular thing, you have to do it maturely and gently. Don't shout at him, don't tell him, why are you always doing this, why are you doing that, why? No, don't boss him, because as I said earlier, men have masculine energy, and whenever you shout on them, you're showing up that masculine energy in you. Women, we are always supposed to be feminine and not masculine. And now, in being masculine for the men, I'm not saying you have to be the one shouting on your partner and all. No, there are ways to correct something. If you feel she's not doing this thing the way she's supposed to do it, or you as a lady see that he's not doing this thing the way he's supposed to do it, call him to order. Do not control him or boss him around. Boss him around in the sense that you're telling him to do this, like enforcing your own opinion on him and like making him to to do it with all force. It is not right. Please do not boss him around. He is your partner and not your mother. Another point you have to consider is, don't make him think you're more impressed with him than you actually are. Don't ever allow your love or desire for a man narrow the scope of your vision. You have things you've set up to do, you have something to achieve, like something, you have your dreams and all, and then because you met someone, you just divert from whatever plans you have for your life and start living your life according to the way he wants it. No, don't do that, because at the long run, if he suddenly leaves, you end up being confused and depressed. Yes, allow yourself to express any hesitation and any uncomfortable situation. He does something to you and you don't like, and then you just decide to keep quiet about it, so that I don't want my man to leave, I don't want him to feel as if I'm nagging and all. No, when he does something that you are not comfortable with, you have to speak up, because once you tolerate it the first time, the second time, the third time, it becomes a habit, and it will get difficult for him to stop it when you decide to correct it after a very long time. So react accordingly whenever he does something you don't like. He puts up an action or a behavior that you feel does not suit you. React accordingly to it. Let your reaction not be more than his actions. Whenever he does something wrong and you feel you have to address it in a mature way. Speak out. You have a mind of your own. You have your boundaries. You have things that you have your standards and principles. It's not every time you're supposed to be impressed with what he does. And mind you, whenever he does something and you're impressed, show your gratitude. Express yourself well to him and let him know that you are impressed with what he did. And now when he does something you are not impressed with, so if it's going beyond the boundaries and principles you've kept for yourself as a person, because as humans we have our individual differences, we have things that we are comfortable with and things that we are not comfortable with. So those things that he does and you feel you're not comfortable with it, you have to speak up immediately. We all have our likes and dislikes. We have things that we permit and things we don't permit. So once he does something you like, as I said earlier, you react accordingly. And if he does something you dislike, you also have to react accordingly. He will consciously know that yes, if I do this, she won't like it, and if I do this, she will like it. So he will tend to do more of that thing you like. If he's an intentional man, one of the comments I got was, what of a high value man? So if he's a high value man, he will know things that you like and things that you don't like. So he tends to do more of what you like and lesser of what you don't like, because he's interested in you and he's a high value man. Now, we don't want someone to think that we don't have standards or we are cool with everything that happens, everything goes, whatever you do. No. And when a man sees you as someone that accepts everything, he tends to do everything, both the good ones and the bad ones. So if you are a high value man, if you are someone that is intentional about your feminine energy, you will speak up whenever something is going wrong. You won't wait for a future time, and like as I said earlier, the more you keep it, the more the habit tends to grow and it gets difficult for you to address it. And most times it gets to a point where like it's already choking you and you don't know when you just react, and you'll be like, is it just this thing I did that you're reacting this way? But you don't know that you've been piling it up in your heart since you've been keeping it and storing it, and now it has gotten to a point where you can't take it any longer, and then you burst out. Once you address a situation as it comes, it tends to lessen the reoccurrence of that particular behavior. I hope you're enjoying this video, and please watch to the end. I have a bonus to give you, a bonus tip. I have a bonus tip to give you at the end of this video. In keeping a man's interest, you should let him to be chivalrous. Appreciate the little things he does for you. Don't feel entitled to whatever thing he does for you, be it him rendering services for you, giving you support, either financially or materially. Whatever support he gives to you, you have to show gratitude. Do not feel entitled to things that he does for you. We should encourage that behavior by being grateful, being appreciative. Always learn to say thank you to your partner. anything he does for you, it comes from him. It is because he wants to do it, not because he is forced to do it. Chivalry, in a large extent, has to do with protection and provision. Let me explain this. Maybe you guys went out to shop for groceries and all, and he carries the groceries for you. It means he's physically stronger than you and he's protecting you. If a man opens the door of the car for you to enter, it means he's trying to protect you so that you get into the safety of the car before he gets in. If he walks closest to the road beside you, it also means that he's protecting you from cars, he's protecting you from harm. So whenever a man shows behaviors like this, the good thing we have to do for them is to appreciate it. We have to be appreciative of whatever help he's rendering, whatever thing he does. Once he does something good for you, be it any kind of help he renders to you, you have to show appreciation. This is one of the ways to keep a man's interest. Because once you start feeling entitled to things he do for you, he'll start withdrawing. Because as soon as he sees someone that is appreciating all those things he does for you, he tends to start picking interest in that new person and losing interest in you. Another one is, do not appear feminine to a manipulative man. There are so many types of men out there, and when you meet a man that is manipulative, you don't need anyone to tell you that, yeah, this person is manipulative. Once you meet someone that is manipulative, don't appear feminine to him, because manipulative people have the tendency of ripping you apart. Yes, they will try to use you, start feeling that something is actually wrong with you, not knowing that he's the one that has the problem. Once you notice that a man is manipulative, don't be all soft with him, because you know femininity has to do with you being soft and all, and then showing your feminine energy. So once you notice that a man is manipulative, please run away from that person and don't show him any iota of femininity. You have to bring out that your masculine energy. This way he tends to leave you and look for another prey. Now the tip I promised you is this: be gentle yet firm with your boundaries. I explained earlier that everybody in life has boundaries. You don't want people to mess around with it. You have to be assertive. Let him know that I am not cool with this thing you're doing. You have to stop it. Don't just take anything and everything he throws at you. You have a mind of your own. You have to respect yourself to get him to respect you. As we all know, respect is reciprocal. Let him know that yes, he's supposed to respect you also, as you also respect him. Address things that are supposed to be addressed immediately. React according to the situation. This brings us to the end of today's episode of Chinyere's Etiquette Chronicles, and I hope you had a good time with me, because I actually enjoyed this topic. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button, because we'll be releasing more episodes relating to relationship. See you next time on another episode of Chinyere's Etiquette Chronicles, and always remember to stay elegant. Bye.